Let me know. Have you started losing your love for me? Will you still continue to be on my side? Do you still love me? You can tell me the tell me you still care about me. So insecure, do you still want me? No, we're still on my baby. Say it, baby. You still care. You don't have to worry. Tell me now. I need this. It's enough. For being good. Thank you, Carmen, for joining us and sending a gift. Thank you, Carmen. Give a shout out to Miss Pfeiffer. Thank you so much for joining us. That Cat Till, thank you so much. Get away, thank you so much. Is that Magdalena? Thank you so much. Spencer, thank you for taking time to be here tonight. We're excited about having you here. White 28 is joining us. Amy, thank you so much with the heart. Join us with a heart. Thank you so much with your heart. We need you to set up some likes tonight. Purchase a star, a badge, as well as a flower and a light. Send a light up. And if you want to buy a gift, be awesome. We need to just outmatch what we did last night. God has blessed us one more time. Ron, thank you for taking time being here. Your user here. We have Georgia Cooks, Willie Hicks. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get started up in about 2 minutes. Is that Beatrice? Thank you, Beatrice. That is B. Mike Kistan. Thank you so much. Get away. Shelly, thank you so much. And that's Shelly J. Thank you so much. Cole, 1982, joining us. Good to have you. Thank you so much. Lalea, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. I'm so excited to come before you. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of tonight's show, the Dr. Lowe Show, the real relationship talk show with no filters. So we want to come to you tonight and focus on another relationship issue that is going on rapidly in our community. We want to spin off from the last show we had last week dealing with survival mode and what impact you experience when you're in survival mode in a relationship. So it's the title's impact of survival mode on relationships. And we want to talk about that, share some thoughts. Before we get started, we want to share with you some very important information. Due to our weather challenges we are having, our chat line is down. So unfortunately, you cannot call in and advocate your thoughts. If it's available, you can write this number down, 347-857-4192. If we're able to get it up running, you can get on, press 1, and I'll make sure I recognize you with the last 4 digits of your cell. Actually, your location in your chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as we talk about the title, Impact of Survival Mode on Relationship. We also have that great opportunity to go to the web link. You can go to the web link or Google, type in WVSW Radio, Blog Talk. It'll populate our information, and you can check out the 800 plus episodes that we have out there dating back to 2017. If you want to just hear the show on the web link, you can go to www.blogtalkradio.com/WVSW Internet Talk Radio. The show is being broadcast live tonight on 6 devices, and we're really excited about doing that. It would be 7 if it was Blog Talk Radio, but like I said, we're still trying to get it up. The network is trying to come up, but it's being broadcast live on Facebook.com, Big O Live, TikTok Live, and can use this handle. That is at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith. And on Instagram, where we're partners with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama. And their handle is Z Squad Greenville 1981. We're also live on newest affiliate that's joining us, and we join them. And that is Super Live, and that's WVSW Radio. Internet, you can go to it. I want to thank each and every one of them. We have a few join right now, but we also have 1,344 diamonds being as a gift. Thank you so much for doing that. You can finally also join us on YouTube. Just go to the Smithway Enterprises, and you have a chance to check us out live on YouTube. You can purchase as a membership or join through your membership and subscribe to the Smithway Enterprises. We really thank you if you're going to support us. We really hope the information we're sharing with you is important. WVSW Radio is the #1 internet station, has listeners and watchers in 50 countries and on 6 continents. Just think about that. We have 50 countries of listeners and watchers. That is all over the world, especially being on 6 continents. So we're enthused. We're willing to do whatever it takes to get the word out. This is an interactive platform. So we use each one of those areas to hopefully get the word. And you can call in and share your thoughts as well to help the word get out. We would like for you to do also register for WVSW giveaways. And what we give away is hotel stay where we'll pay for each night. Varies from, first of all, 3 nights, 4 days, and then 5 nights, 6 days. So what you can do is send your name to LorenzoDSmith15@gmail.com. That's just one of the giveaways, which is the hotel stay. We have gift cards. We have gas vouchers, food vouchers, along with movie pass, car wash vouchers, book bags that we're going to be giving out start in January to our young people. We're supporting the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated by request. They're doing the Operation Blue Hope. These are Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And they are doing an elderly blanket giveaway. They're providing blankets for 3 living assisted nursing home rehab. They have various names in the Butler County area, starting in Georgiana, Greenville, and then also going to Crenshaw County, Luverne. So we're donating 15 throw blankets to them. And we're excited about continuing to give back. We want to continue to give back. We also have books that we purchased from the various authors coming on our next 3 shows, because we're coming back on Thursday and Friday, and roll back around on Monday, and we're gonna have the book that was by one of the authors. She's a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and the name of her book is Coming Out of the Storm: From Brokenness to Wholeness. That's Sarah Shea Barnes, Sherelle Barnes. We want to thank you, Sherelle Barnes O'Fair. And this book is available. I'm giving to you as part of the giveaway. It don't have to be a raffle. Type in your name down there, and you can put your name down, and then we can connect by having an email. I'll give you my email, so you can write down my email. So you say, I want one of those books, but just state it down in the comment section. I want one of those books. I want to read about coming out of the storm. We also will be giving away a book from one of the co-hosts who's an author. We thank her for being a part of it. And this book is titled White Privilege and Systemic Prejudice in the Little Red Schoolhouse by Scarlett Harry Black. We want to thank her. This is a story that's narrated, basically talking about the hard truth by a African American principal. She was a principal. So we're going to be giving away a copy of this as well. If you're interested, we're giving it. It's not a part of the raffle. We're going to give that to you. We also have a couple other books that we'll be making available. For example, we got How to Climb the Mountain of Financial Aid. If you're getting ready or have a child or a grandchild, a cousin, a brother going to college, coming out of high school, or just been out of high school, decide to go back, you need to know how to climb the mountain of financial aid. This is by Trey Johnson. So he's in the great state of Georgia. Each of these books you can go on Amazon, or you can just contact the author and make a connection with them. Also, the second book that's available, this is another book by Trey Johnson, and it's called Family Scars. Talks about a family that have those hidden scars like we all have. In essence, we have a mask on, masses on, and we need to open that scar up so we can allow it to heal. We need to take that mask off. So this book is available. This also by Trey Johnson. This one is available. We also have two other books, and this one is Don't Be Scared to Love. This is by myself. This is my book, Lorenzo D. Smith, and this is available to send. You can read about why you should be scared to love. We're going to talk a little bit about that on Thursday show, which is Love Cafe. So it's a book, and it's age friendly. Truly, I want people to realize it was written for not only the young at heart, but also the people of wisdom whose vision is not as good, and they got it in big print, large print, so you can read it and enjoy. It's a short read, but it's exciting, and we want you to be available to get that. And we also have some resource books for people who are interested in taking the ACT. We have in each one of those areas, and let's check and see what's available. We have it in English. This is a test preparation. We're going to be raffling this book off along with the science. You prepare for the ACT, the math, and then also reading. So you have these 4 resources available. We will be raffling them off up into Christmas. And put your name. We need you to put your name in so you can get one of these awesome giveaways with no problem. And for the books, we want you to just know when you say, I want a book, just send how we can send it to you, send it to you through the postage service. Okay, thank you. It may take a minute. Now I gotta realize this is Christmas. A lot of gifts are being sent out. So we have no problem sending those gifts to you in the form of the books I just mentioned. But you need to make sure you register for WPSW Radio, the giveaway, the awesome giveaway, by sending your name to Lorenza D. Smith. That's LEH15 15@gmail.com. All of that's in that one long sentence. Lorenzo D. Smith, $100. So what we need for you to do is to list one of as a transactional avenue for you. Send it and put it on there, whatever it is, and whatever your tag is, so we can make sure. Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle at Lorenzo D. Smith 15@gmail.com. As I stated earlier, on each of the networks, there's a way to monetize. We ask you to support what we're doing. Show us how much you really care. Purchase a flower, a star, a badge, a like, or purchase a diamond, as well as sow a seed with us. You can send $1. Just cash out $1 or send it by PayPal to WBSW radio station. It helps us purchase these gifts and buy more gifts so we can continue on with providing help to individuals. We need for you to send that seed of $1. You can send it to Cash App, $, LORENZA, D as in David, SMITH, or PayPal at Lorenzo D. Smith 15@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your support. We got a lot of people joining. Sophia, Cunningham, Cameron Walker. Thank you for jumping in right now. We also thank you for sending a gift and joining us as well. We want to give a shout out to Manny. Thank you. Kevin Scott. Thank you for taking time to be here. We got a lot of other individuals. Jaquita Barnes, thank you. Big Shoes, thank you. This is Travaris Reese 59. I love my kids is listed there. We also see that this is Marjay Chambers is joining us. Thank you so much. Let's get started with our show. We got an awesome show planned tonight, as I said earlier. The title is it's Impact of Survival Mode on Relationship. What is the impact of you being in survival mode? Think about it. Are you in survival mode? If you're not sure, we're going to share some strong points about it, and hopefully it'll give you some clarity, because this is a spinoff of one of the previous shows that we had when we talked about survival mode, in essence, relationship survival mode. Are you in survival mode? Are you walking around every day just want to make it to the next hour because you're in survival mode? You have so much going on that you need to heal from, that you hadn't made your mind up that I need to seek the best resource to help me. I got to seek professional help. And I tell you, that's the best route to go when you're dealing with so many challenges in your life, your emotional challenges, some of your mentally challenged situation. You need to make sure you seek professional help, because family and friend cannot provide what you need, because they're just like they're family and friend. They're going to give you things that make you feel better. Sometimes the hard truth coming from someone you don't know helps you to do a lot more with life and grow from it, so you can be the best version of yourself. So if you're in survival mode, how do it impact your relationship? And we want to first start by discussing what is survival mode relationship. See, we're going to go back and pull some things from the previous show so we can talk about what it is, so we can get to the point, so we can see how it impacts your relationship. See, a survival mode relationship is a relationship where one or both partners, mates, are in a state of chronic stress, anxiety, depression, and they're not able to relax. So if you're in a relationship and you're always on pins and needles, you're in survival mode. You cannot be successful in that relationship in survival mode. It is best that you take a step back, and that person that you're with, because you are not in a position to be the best partner you can be, to give your best version. You need to step back, step away, leave that alone, because you're hurting your opportunity and you're hurting his or her opportunity, and you're hurting both of your opportunity, because you're chronically stressed all the time. You're depressed, anxiety, everything puts you on the edge, overwhelm you. So you're not able to relax and be at peace. See, all of this can lead to the attitude, or three things that really best describe survival. Is either you're going to make a choice to fight, continue to press on, hoping you can get a better answer, a better result, or you're going to freeze. These are going to be a response. You're going to simply freeze and don't know what to do, and eventually you're going to go with what makes you feel good. And the last one that we're going to speak of as we talk about survival mode relationship is flight. See, you either got to make a decision whether you want to fight, flight, or freeze. That is a response comes along when you're chronically stressed and unable to relax. So when we're dealing with survival mode in a relationship, we know it can lead to one of these three that occurred. This is where the person in a survival mode may not be thinking clearly. See, they're not thinking clearly. Have you been in that situation? Have you been around people who are stressed out, overwhelmed, and they're just surviving? They're trying to get from the next day to the next day, next hour to the next hour. This is where they're chronically stressed and they cannot relax. All they're going to do when someone is depressed, when somebody is stressed out and anxiety, is sleep, and sleep everything away. It is not going anywhere. You must be able to address, and it requires you to seek the best help possible so you can address the situation. So we need to be able to think clearly in a relationship. And if you're not 100% 110 where you need to be, get out of that relationship, get yourself together, and regroup and allow yourself to grow enough, be in the best position, meaning more favorable to have a successful relationship. See, when survival mode comes into play in a relationship, it also has a tendency to trigger your past experience and memories. I always said if a person never went through a healing process, no matter if it happened 15 years ago. See, relationships also provide you with skills, and they can even be positive skills or negative skills. Either one of them, you have to have one when you come out. So if you come out with a past experience, a memory that triggers something inside of you to put you in the survival. I don't have the skin in the guy. I mean, they don't have nothing to hold you, nothing to hold you. They're going to tell you what you need and put you in a build. See, when you're triggered by past experience in them, you may feel that the other person doesn't feel good to be around you. If you are always on pins and needles, if you're always complaining, if you're always stressed out, you always dealing with anxiety, and you fall into a sense of depression, yes, that person may not want to be around you because you're sucking all the air. When you suck all the air, you create more problems for yourself and for others. So we have to always keep in mind that we are dealing with situations where we must address our problem. We can't be afraid to address our problems. We have to definitely look at everything that's going on in our life. I want to kind of play this set, play some music, don't own the rights to the music before we move to the next phase of this program. And we don't own the rights to the music. But please understand, don't let it be too long for you to address your issues. While we're waiting on it to come up, we'll give a shout out to an awesome team of brothers that's working together called L&T Stallworth Lawn Service. LLC down in Crenshaw County. Mr. Tony Stallworth. He's a manicure lawn specialist you can find. Let's listen to this for a minute.
Well, this song goes out to anybody that got somebody they might go home to, somebody that they go home to at night. See, that's what I call a good thing. I got me a good thing too. See, I don't want to
Anything out every night, running around in the clubs,
yeah,
I had everything. I thought I never needed love. God's an angel, straight down from up above. She with me off my feet. Show me the meaning of true love. Mama friend, yeah, they ask me why I don't hang like I used to. So many times they call me oh man, and party pooper, but I found me a good thing. And I don't care what they say. Tell them when I get time, I might come, but I can't come. They stay too long. My. Can't stay too long, but what we want to make sure we do, we're in a position that we're comfortable with the best version of ourselves, and that's why we must identify when we're in survival mode in a relationship. By doing that, we need to know what the stages are, because it comes along stages when you're in a state of chronic stress and unable to relax. These are the stages that you must try to survive. And I mentioned in the first three when I talked about what is survival mode, I talk about the responses. But let's look at the various stages, because there are 4 stages that you go through in the survival mode in a relationship. First, again, is fight. See, you're willing to face any perceived threats head on. See, fighting is when you feel like you have a chance to win. So you get into the fight response. You get angry. That's when you see a lot of the opportunity for people to sign language. See, when someone don't like the way things are being said to them, they respond in sign language. I break down sign into acronym, the S, the I, the G, and the E. And if you can relate to this, because you'll probably experience it. See, when people get upset and you don't say and do what they want to do, the first thing they want to do, they want to shame you. They want to say something to shame you. See, that's sign. That's a sign language. They're not in the best state themselves. They're in survival mode, and they want to shame you so you could feel as bad as they feel, because they know they're wrong. They're not ready for accountability. Then the next thing they want to do is the I. The I is insult you. They're going to insult you, and if you're in a relationship, it's always below the belt, something that makes you feel less than a person that you are. So they're going to insult you. So that's the I. The G is, then they're going to make you feel guilty for either giving them facts, giving them the truth. They don't think you should give them the truth, because the first thing they'll say, well, they ask how I look. What, do I look okay? And you say, well, you don't look okay. Well, I should look. You should say I look better because you are the person. I'm in a relationship. Sometimes when we share things with people, we have to be able to accept what we hear and begin to move forward, and not go into the defense mode or go into the survival mode. See, that's when you're surviving. And you can think of any and many other situations you experience that those individuals go into a fight. See, that's a fight. So they're ready to fight if you say, okay, you need to lose power to lose some weight. Oh, somebody like it. It's the kind of things like that. A lot of progression, and say, well, okay, what is my doctor and what is my health situation? Because if you are not within that below the 30 on the BMI, then you're gonna have some. You above, you're gonna have some problems. That's where the high blood pressure come from, and that's what high cholesterol and all the many things that leads to bad health situations. So don't get offended. Just say, well, I need to get myself in order. Don't go, well, you ain't got somebody like it. See, that's a fight, survival response. See, because you feel like there's an imminent threat toward you. The next thing is flight. When people, you say things to them, I didn't finish with the time, but I'm finished with it right quick. I said guilt. The last thing is end. The end is always need to be right. Have you been in a situation like that? You get the last word, they have to be right. No matter what you're doing, they have to be right. So what we have to understand with people like that, we need to have conversation, build effective communication, avenues of communication with them, because they're going to get upset, but they got to understand that life, the world don't owe either one of us anything. And we got to stop thinking that the world do. This world about providing equality, equal opportunity to do stuff and have things. But it ain't say it has to be equitable, meaning that if I work hard to get some of them up here and you did not work hard, I shouldn't have to come down here to give you what you need because you have the same opportunity. In the modern society like we have lost the understanding that hard work is the greatest equalizer. Hard work is the greatest equalizer. So, and then when you need to be right, that means you didn't take time to listen to what was said. You felt so offended. So the sign language come into play and eventually get you upset. Then you get into flight mode. Flight mode is you're going to run away from danger. You're going to run away from the truth. You're going to run away from facts. See, the thing about it, people, facts is a stubborn thing. But the facts is the true part of the whole situation. You don't want to accept it. Then you're going to put yourself in a defense mode or a survival mode. So be careful about that. If you're going to run away from the danger because it wasn't what you like it to be, you don't feel like they're in your corner and everything, not a yes person, then are you really helping yourself? Or you really, because truth of the matter, no matter where you go, it's the same thing. The world don't owe you anything. Nobody around you should give you anything. You should work for what you want, what you need. That's what we were taught earlier in life. That's the point of why we teach our children from birth and up until 8 years old. No one's going to give you anything. You got to work for it. That means that to be able to read, we're going to spend time. If we want to be able to write, cursive, or a manual, this when you're immediately unable to move. See, you're not able to move. And you act, that's your act against the threat. See, that's your response to it. You just stand there, and then eventually, because you think when it calms down, you're going to go along with those individuals. So you be in the freeze response. And the last one is the fawn. The fawn. This is a immediately acting to try to please, to avoid conflict. See, you go from freeze to fawn. And you want to try to please the person. You want the person to accept you. You want the person to accept you are how you are when they already have shared the way they're looking. See, that's what we're talking about, survival mode. We're in survival. How to tell if someone is in survival mode. Have you ever taken the opportunity to be observant of people, to see if they are struggling? There are some signs help you look at people who's in survival mode. And these are some signs that are so, even through their response, and their response to what you're saying, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, is you can see that they are in survival mode. And also when they're in survival mode, they use so much energy just trying to deal with stress, anxiety, depression, and not being able to relax, that they get fatigued, they get tired, they feel drained and have low energy. Even when they haven't exerted themselves. They're going to be tired of just thinking about it. This is fatigue. This is a sign that a person is in survival mode. This is forgetting to eat. See, you get so busy that you're not able to eat. So what you end up doing is you do not. The next thing is digestive issues is a sign of survival mode. The person might experience something like stomach hurting them all the time, or they having a digestive issue. They also feel bloated, high blood pressure. You know what empties down in your stomach? And then when it empties, it goes to other places too. The next thing is a lack of focus. People in survival cannot focus. They're trying to multitask. See, they try to do so many things. See, they're struggling just to focus and do 2 or 3 things. Successful. Memory is, they can't remember. Have difficulty remembering things, especially short term. Emotional reactivity. They might be emotionally reactive or have mood swings. Impulsivity. They might be more impulsive. They might be experiencing relationship challenges and having difficulty trusting others. See, when you're in a relationship, trust is one of the cornerstones of the successful, healthy relationship. If you're in survival mode, you can't trust anybody. Because the reason you need to see why you're in survival mode. Did trust happen that with you in a previous relationship and it's triggered? It is triggered. So you can't trust people. You can't relax. You can't even let your guard down. And you've heard that before. People say, I got to be able to let my guard down. That's because you will have a chance to understand your challenges and attack your challenges, your difficult challenges like trusting, honesty, communicating, respect. All these things are sort of angry outbursts. You notice when a person feel like they backed up in the corner, the fight is they come out angry. They shout, they curse, they do a lot of things that is really not a norm for them. But they are stressed, so they're so stressed, they are overwhelmed. There's so much anxiety, so much pressure on them that they respond about attacking you. They go after you angrily, which is an emotion. These are some stages I share with you, and also things that tell you that someone is in survival mode. And hopefully it was something shared with you that's going to help you. We have a couple other sets we want to play as we move to the next segment. What we have to remember, let's keep on rolling. Let's keep on going. I tell you, we're not going to be able to get to that because we had a blow on the internet, but thank you so much. Hopefully we can again get that up. I tell you, it's raining pretty hard. It's been raining and freezing in this area, and it does affect our internet. So as we move forward, I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of people. Nita, thank you for joining us. JC, thank you so much. Perfect Storm 5. Is that Cassia 693, user Claudette Bell Thank you so much for joining us. We have and no, I'm sorry, a new me in 2018. Thank you so much. We're gonna give away to a new me. We also have Alicia. Thank you for joining us. Pretty Eye, uh, is that Sherilyn? Uh, Pretty Eyes, that's Sarlin, number one. Thank you so much, Joanne. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you so much. Former Wallace, Dick Jaquita Barnes, thank you so much. I love my kids. Thank you so much. I love my kids. This is Travaris Reese, 59. Minnie, uh, thank you, Minnie, so much. Marjay Chambers, thank you. Jeremy, thank you. Antoinette, thank you so much. Jane, thank you for joining us. Terry Jackson, 813. Thank you, Terry. Disappointed. Thank you. We have L1F31. Thank you so much. Let's give a shout and say a hi to my life, my L. Thank you so much. Phil Griffin, thank you so much. Philly Cheese 6. Cole, thank you for joining us. There's a couple others over here. I want to give a shout out. Cora, thank you for joining us, being here with us. Kevin Scott, thank you so much for joining us. All those individuals, like I said, we're dealing with our internet seems to be acting up, but we encounter that a lot of times. But we have to be positive. We have to continue to do what we need to do. We're going to retry and see can we get it booted up. It's just one of those things when the weather is bad, it kicks away from it. We got a few important things we want to jump on. So we'll see can I be able to sign back in here and hopefully I can get it up running. Sometimes it becomes a challenge, brother. So, but we have to continue to work on and keep doing what we're doing. As we move to the next focus in our title, the impact is just impact of survival mode in a relationship. What's the impact? What's the impact for you? We have to kind of we looked at the meaning, we looked at the stages, we looked at the how can you tell someone is survival mode. Now we want to look at some of the symptoms. There are some symptoms that we deal with from time to time. But you can identify what's going on with that individual who's in survival mode. The symptoms are forgetting to eat. They're so busy they can't eat. They're so worried they cannot eat. They just lay down and roll up in a big ball. And also they won't eat. You have to make them get up. Worrying a lot. When you try to worry about everything, you cannot worry about everything. You can only worry about something. And I want you to kind of keep that in mind. Don't try to worry about everything because you can't change everything that you're encountering. Only change what you can put your hand on. Because when we begin to worry, we have a tendency to really put ourselves in a situation where we don't eat. We worry. We feel exhausted. We pretty much be caught up in struggling to remember things, feeling numb, and wanting to just numb out, having trouble, some tendency to be repetitious or repeat. Over and over again when we are so stressed out because we can't remember what we said previously. We're dealing with fatigue, we're dealing with stress, we're dealing with anxiety, we're depressed. It's a lot going on. So when you're in survival mode, you should be experiencing and know how to. These are some symptoms to recognize in survival mode. The next thing is overeating. See, sometimes we get caught up in just eating. Now we got to have not only the starter, appetizer, we got to have 2 meals at one time and dessert. We're survival. We're pretty much acting like we're not going to get anything tomorrow. You got to realize all of that will come upon you because you're so stressed. You're in survival mode. Truly, when we're talking about survival in a relationship, we want to know the impact. The title is the impact of survival on a relationship. That's our title. But as we move forward here, I want to say to you, I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of the Dr. Lowe Show, the Real Relationship Talk Show, with this just no filters. We can say what we need to say. We share what we need. It may not make you feel good, but we want to share with you. This is WDSW Radio, the #1 internet station, and we have listeners and watchers in 50 countries and on 6 continents. We want you to be a part of our show, that you can call in, but our lines are down. But you can go to our network and type in WBSW Radio Blog Talk on the Google opportunity, or just go in and do www.blogtalkradio.com/WBSW Internet Talk Radio. We truly thank you for taking time, all of the individuals, giving shout outs as I move forward. Thank you so much for taking time to be here. It is good to have each and every one of you all. We are slowly coming in. We thank you, Diva. Thank you so much, Diva. Lucius Blue, member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. We have also here, we have J. Levan Lifestyle. Thank you so much. Letish, thank you. Letish.nice. Cora Hendricks, 888. Thank you so much. And thank you, Cora, so much. Last night you did a live comment. You typed that comment in. Thank you so much. And hopefully we can share it with you, but you're still requesting that. We will send you those characteristics that dealt with our show last night. As we talk about discussing the impact of survival mode on relationship, you may not even think you're in a survival mode, but you are. And you need to be understanding what's going on. See, when someone is in survival mode, it can significantly impact a relationship life by causing increased irritability. Have you been around someone that's just so irritable when things are not going the way they want it to go? Have you been around that person? You know, anything you say, they're in a fight mode. Their response is a fight mode. They want to get into you because they want to show you that what's going on is impacting them. Even though they try to mask it. It's amazing. One of the co-hosts on the show out of Berkeley, California, and we have remotely set up people all over the country who's a part of this network. And she always said in her ministry, God blessed her through all the things she went through, was to take off the mask. See, when people in survival mode, they got a mask on. And they don't even realize they're impacting the success of their relationship. They're not realizing that they're irritable. They don't believe they're emotionally withdrawn. Because when they get out in public, they put on a show. They put the mask over their face and they have a ball. That's just like people on the keyboard. That's a mask for them. They got so much going on. And they're matching up whatever they're doing because they're writing statements, even though they were not willing to stand in front of someone and share it with them. Difficulties communicating effectively. People who are in survival mode have challenges in communicating effectively. See, communication effectively, yes, we must be able to articulate, announce, and share our words in a positive way. But it's also communication skill require you to listen. See, when you're irritable, when you're angry, when you even fight or flight mode, you can't hear anything because it is causing you to not be able to accept. It is not what you expect to hear. You want to hear everything that makes you feel good. Life is not like that. We have to realize life is all about many avenues that we have to deal with each and every day. So we have to make sure we understand that we have to communicate effectively. Listen first, think about what was said, and then respond in a manner to show that person that you are listening to what they're saying, especially in your relationship, your mate, your partner. You need to make sure you're ready, your spouse. And there's a difference now. Some people get caught up here looking for a partnership. In a relationship, it's hard to have a partnership. Now you can have a mateship, or you can have a marriage, the way you have a spouse or a partner that relates to business, or doing that for business. So you have to realize that they may want to be in a partnership so to mask their survival mode. They're not effective, they can't communicate effectively. They have a challenge with having a sense of distance. Sometimes they want to be close to you, sometimes they want to be far away from you. Often making it challenging to maintain healthy connection with self-elevation. And I think I got to save myself, but you're not doing the things to save yourself. You need to seek counseling so you can therapist. You need to go seek help so you can save yourself. One of the biggest challenges and decisions I had to make in my life many years ago, in those years, in that time, was that I had to sit back and address things. Life was going real well, career, awesome career, to the point that I was able to retire from that area and still be able to do other things that just makes me enjoy life. But I was also taking everything and putting it in a closet of life and pushing it back and saying I'll deal with it later. So I had to come to terms that I needed to seek professional help. I did, and still do that professional help. I have at least appointments twice a month that I meet with my counselor. And I talk about, because see, I want to be the best version of myself. I don't care what you think about me, because it really doesn't matter. Because I'm going to be the best version of myself. And I hope in a relationship, you want someone to be the best version of themselves. I hope that's what you want. Because when they become under a lot of stress, they begin to focus on self-preservation. This will eventually lead to negative relationships. It leads to negativity. It won't let you address your relation needs. You begin to negate your relationship needs. I didn't say wants, I said needs. I know we have a modern time and everybody focuses on in this me first world today, what they need.